Hey guys, episode 5. Oh my gosh. This is the crazy one. This is the one that I sit there and go, what was I thinking? All right. So this is the one where I decide to say I do to a freaking narcissist. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So here we go. So I don't know what was going on in my life, or if I felt like it was just amazing to be proposed to by somebody who was abusing me. I don't know where my mindset was, but it was clearly not in the right place, right? So it's going to be hard to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. All right. So we decide. So first off, here's the proposal. Okay. You're going to love this. This guy gets on one knee, right? Naked, which, it's not a bad thing, I guess. It could be kind of hot, really, if it's the right person, but clearly wasn't the right person for me. So he gets on one knee and he proposes to me, right? And he goes, if you stop doing the stupid shit that you're doing and you start becoming a better person, will you marry me? And I was like, yes, I will marry you. Oh my God. Why? Oh gosh. Why? Now it sounds so ridiculous, which again, like I told you in the first episode, this is part of my healing journey too, to be very incredibly vulnerable about what happened in my relationship. Because if I can't be vulnerable and open and transparent, I'm not going to heal, and I'm not going to be able to help anybody else. So that was the proposal. And I'm sitting here going, wow, he just put a ring on my finger that I paid for, by the way, because remember, this is a year and a half later, and he still had no job because he quit his job 2 weeks in, or less than 2 weeks in, from our relationship. So yes, so I take this ring that probably was, I don't know, a couple $100, who knows, Walmart, whatever, special, Kmart, blue, what was it? The blue light special, right? So I agree to marry this man. So we had a wedding date planned for, I don't even remember the date. It was August, maybe September. But anyway, he then changed, get this, you're going to love this. He changed the date until October because he said, I wasn't ready for it. And I hadn't proved myself enough to get married sooner than what he anticipated. So that's sick. That's disgusting, actually. Oh my gosh. So we decided on, for whatever reason, I have no idea, October 5th, 2017. So we go to the Chandler courthouse here in Arizona, all right? And we didn't do the whole marriage thing because why? I mean, it's not a big deal, right? So we chose to go to the courthouse, and I will never forget the judge's name, Judge Sam Goodman. Great guy. And right before we are walking into the courtroom to get married, because, nobody wanted to attend. I mean, my daughter wasn't going to show up. My son wasn't going to show up. Nobody was part of this but him and I, because I don't think anybody liked him. And so, I know nobody liked him. So we show up, we get married. Right before we go into the courtroom to exchange vows, something happened, and I, to this day, cannot even remember what it was. And he threw a freaking fit about something. And he's like throwing his arms in the air, and he's like, well, I just can't believe this. And I'm just like, why am I marrying you? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, all right, then why are we here, dude? What the hell? Let's leave. I remember saying, let's leave. And he goes, no, you need to quit being a bitch. you need to quit doing this and you need to stop being this and acting a fool and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. So I put it aside because I'm like, you know what? This is the day I'm supposed to be getting married. So I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be graceful. I'm supposed to be, in my element, in my moment. And walked into the freaking, oh my gosh, courtroom. Sam Goodman is also from the East Coast, and he's a Yankees fan, which is the opposite of what my ex was. So immediately the narcissist starts talking about, oh my God, well, you and I and the Yankees don't mix and blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting here going, are you freaking kidding me? What are you doing? It turned out to be all about him again. So we go through the ceremony. It was not genuine. It wasn't real. In fact, when I was standing there, I remember going, what in the hell am I doing here? Right? But I almost felt like I'm here. Like, just do it. I don't want to waste anybody's time. And that's probably a lot of my problem that I need to figure out, because I should have stood up and said, no, this guy's a freaking asshole. I don't want to marry him. But I didn't. I did not. I just went through with it because it was something that I felt that I needed to do at the time because I was committed. I'm a person of my word, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. But it wasn't what he wanted. He wanted control of the situation. He wanted to, make it all about him. And it was the most weird, like ungenuine ceremony that I've ever been a part of. I mean, I've witnessed a lot of people getting married, and a lot of them have been in a courtroom with a judge. And it was just weird. Like, I wasn't dressed up in a dress or anything. I think I was honestly just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, to be honest with you. But the motivation for him was the fact that after we got married, we decided to go to Laughlin, Nevada, all right? Which is a little gambling town. I don't know if you guys know, but it's not quite Vegas, but it's really kind of more laid back. And I think he was more motivated to get the ceremony over with so that we could hightail our asses to Laughlin to gamble, because that was his mojo, right? So we go through the ceremony. It was a joke. It was a complete joke. Looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh. We literally were arguing up and down the hallway before going in to actually get married. I should have turned around, walked out of that courthouse and said, F you, MF, I'm done. You don't deserve me. You don't know what you've got, but you will not treat me like this. But I didn't. I didn't do it because I didn't have the confidence at the time to say that. So he had already beaten me down from 2016 when we met in February until 2017 in October when I decided to marry this fool. It wasn't something that I had recognized at the time, and that's hurtful to me because I know better. I tell my clients all the time when they're in a relationship that's abusive, I said, get the frick out, man. What are you doing? But I couldn't do it for me. I couldn't do it for my own self. So I married him. And I don't know why I did. I don't know why I married him. I knew it was wrong. I don't know if it was because I felt like I was already so deep in, but I didn't know how to leave. I didn't know how to escape at that time. I didn't have the knowledge. So I'm going to give myself grace. I didn't know better at the time. I know better now. I definitely know better. I know a lot better now. But at the moment, I just thought it was easier just to say, I do. And so I said, I do, to a narcissist. And it was the worst day of my life. It was a day that I can't take back. I can't change it. It's in the past. We can't change what happened. But from that moment on, my life was pure hell. Even worse than it was before. So we went on to Laughlin, and I put on a happy face because we're married. I mean, I still look at the photos of that day, and it literally makes me sick to my stomach. They're on my Facebook, and I don't even think I posted on, actually, I know that I didn't. I think I posted October 6th of 2017, because I think on October 5th, I was just so sick to my stomach that I couldn't even share that special day with anybody. I was just like, what did I freaking just do? And so it was the next day, October 6th. So I think that's the date that it was shown as the celebratory date, October 6th instead of October 5th, because I was just disgusted. And at that moment, I felt trapped. And I was trapped. I was trapped. And from that moment on, my life just went downhill. So I will continue on with my next story in the next episode. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me cry, be vulnerable. Like I said, it's going to be hard for me, but it's also very healing. So I'm very grateful for that. So thank you.